This is the plaintiff, Gail Holt. She says she brought her 2004 Ford Freestar minivan to the defendant's shop for repair, and the guy worked on it for 4 months, and the thing still isn't fixed. He also left it on the street where it got a ticket and a boot. He damaged it and now refuses to pay her the $5,000 he most definitely owes her, so she's suing. This is the defendant, Wilfredo Poma. He says he's been in business for over 25 years, thank you very much, and he tried to repair the air conditioning for the plaintiff. He admits a faulty part was installed, but he got her another one. Then, months later, he ordered another part, and the plaintiff left the car with him for 2 months. He went above and beyond for this woman, but she thinks she's entitled to have him fix her car for free whenever anything breaks, and that's just not how it works. He's accused of not fixing things right.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket, the plaintiff brought her Ford Freestar minivan to the defendant's shop, and 4 months later, it still didn't run. The defendant says there were problems, but she was the slacker. It's the case of there's no such thing as a Freestar.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome.
Gail Holt, you
Yes.
are suing Wilfredo Poma, doing business as Willie's Auto Radiators, correct?
Yes.
Okay, for $5,000, your statutory maximum, according to you, you're actually out $7,000 for various items, including your lost wages, towing, tickets you were forced to pay, and mechanical work on the car that you say is all his fault, that you had to incur these charges. Tell me what's going on.
Your Honor, I went to the defendant's shop because I needed my air conditioning fixed. And on Wednesdays, he had a special for $99, so that's why I decided to go to his shop. He told me he would look at it and get back to me. He called me that same day and told me that the car needed a compressor. He said he would try and find me an old one. And he called me back and he told me that he wasn't able to get a used compressor, so he would have to use a brand new compressor, and it would cost $650. And I thought that was steep, you know, so I said to him, what happened to the $99 special you have on Wednesdays? He said, well, your situation is different. So I said to him, how soon would you be able to do it? He told me, I can have it for you by tomorrow. So I said, okay. So I agreed that I would pay him $650 to do it. The next day he called me and he told me that it was ready. I picked it up. I didn't try the air conditioning system that day.
Why wouldn't you try the air conditioning system that you just paid $650 to fix? Why would you not do that?
Well, yeah, I didn't do that because, a matter of fact, that day it wasn't hot enough. It wasn't even hot enough.
What does that have to do with anything? You just fixed the AC. You couldn't turn on the AC to see that you got your money's worth? That's bizarre.
When I got the car from him, he turned it on, and I felt coldness.
When did you bring the car back after that repair?
A week later.
Okay, so you had the car for a week, it was working fine, then you brought it back a week later because what?
It wasn't blowing
So
cold.
you bring it back and what happens?
I left the car with him, and then when I came to pick it back up, he said, I put some water in it. He said, sometimes it takes water to make it, I guess, do whatever it's supposed to do. And I saw him get the water, the hose, and he put the water in, and he said, this should do it. He said, now let it run and then let me know. So I did, and a couple of days later, I called him and I told him, I said, it's still not working. So he said, okay, bring it back in. I brought it back in, and he looked at it, and he called me the next day, and he told me he needed a part. Something was wrong with one of the parts that he put in. He said, I have to replace that part. I don't know for sure if he replaced the part because we were going back and forth. He said, give me some time.
How long did you leave your car there that time?
It was almost the beginning of June.
June, July, August, September, October?
Yes.
5 months your car was there?
Yes.
Doing what? What was going on in those was that car there 5 months?
No.
Okay.
Well, I put a new compressor when she came in to fix the air condition. The $99 is only
I don't care about the $99.
service.
So you put in a new compressor
Okay,
for $650, and according to her, she had to bring it back a few times. Do you have paperwork for when she comes back?
No.
Why not? You're supposed to keep paperwork.
Well,
so if
maybe
you kept paperwork, you could prove to me now that she came back 4 weeks later and not 2 days later.
Okay.
But anyway, you put in a whole other compressor.
No, new compressor.
No, you put in a new compressor originally. She said she complained that didn't work. So what did you do with the car?
I put another new one.
So you put in a second new one.
Yeah, because I called my suppliers, could be defect compressor, so I put in another new one. I give you the
In
car
case
to
it was
her,
a defective
okay.
compressor from your supplier.
Yeah.
So in the end, was her AC working?
Not properly.
Okay.
But then I started calling, she don't answer the phone. I got the car September, October, November. By November 15, I moved the car in and out from my shop because you
Because you don't have the
part-
space for
I don't
all
get in
those
touch
cars.
with her, yes.
And what happened?
New York City put a boot in her car.
Why
for
did New York
tickets.
City put a boot in your car?
Apparently, I had some tickets.
Some.
Well, my
How
argument.
much? How much in tickets did you have?
$1,400.
$1,400, and you're suing him to pay your $1,400 worth of tickets because you feel that he should know that you are a scofflaw and are not paying your tickets and you might get booted. How is he supposed to know that?
Should somebody who gets $1,400 worth of tickets drive a car?
Absolutely not.
What's the limit where it's irresponsible?
At least 500.
At most 500.
At most
Men.
500.
Yeah, going inside the courtroom.
You're suing him for $2,570 in lost wages for 2 days of work per week for 8 weeks. And you're also suing him for $2,000 separately for non-use of the vehicle for 4 months.
Exactly,
So you should get $4,000 because you didn't make arrangements to work.
No, Your Honor, I use that vehicle for work. I
Then-
transport people in my vehicle. That's my job.
So you could have mitigated your damages on these lost wages, even if you were entitled to it. You still would have an obligation to mitigate your damages. You can't sit at home, not work for 4 months, and then say, oh, pay me not only for non-use of my car $2,000, but also pay me for non-use of my body for $2,500 and give me $4,500 because I chose not to do anything for the 4 months. Okay,
No, I'm not
let's talk about the
saying that.
tickets. How did your tickets become $2,124.72? You said you only had 1,400 of them. Because of the boot?
Yes.
Yeah, let me see what you have from the city for all your tickets.
Okay.
Were you ever able to get that AC working or no?
No, but I give you her money back.
You did or you didn't?
I did it.
Oh, you did? Did he
I
give
did
you back the
it.
$650?
That day when the New York City put that boot in his car, I called
That's
her.
when he called me. He spoke
But-
directly to me, Your Honor.
I informed about the
By the way,
situation.
let's assume that he's taking forever to fix your car. Why would he have to pay your tickets?
Because my argument is I wasn't aware that the tickets were that high, first of all.
You're suing him to recharge your battery $210.
I had to buy a
Recharge
charger.
and you're also suing him for a new battery. What is all
Yes.
that? How's that his fault?
Because, Your Honor, he messed up the alarm system. He went in there and he switched the wires around, and that caused my alarm system to lock.
Okay, that's why you're suing him for a diagnostic and reprogramming the key
Yes,
that made it start.
yes.
All I need from you is to prove to me the last sentence you just said. Because if someone ruins your car and costs you money, they have to pay you what they cost, the money they cost you. So prove to me that last sentence you said. Do you have something from another mechanic who says he messed up when he did this, he did whatever, and it...
This is the diagnostic.
Okay, let's see what that says. Okay, something was tampered with and caused anti-theft to activate and lose key programming. Vehicle needs new key and reprogramming.
I move the car every day. I started the car every day in and out from my shop, even when the car was across the street with the
This
boot.
is in
I give
February,
the
by
key
the
and
way.
the car
Your
started.
car got booted 3 months before that. So who had your car between November?
Your Honor, that's 2016. Mm-hmm. That's when I took the car. I towed the car to his shop.
No. I get what this is saying. It's saying it 3 months after the last time he saw your car. So I don't know who worked on it during that
No
time. I
one.
don't know who touched it during that time. It's a whole 3 months later.
That's why I have the tickets, because I couldn't move the car.
Wait. So
couldn't
you
move it.
want him to pay for your new boot, for your new tickets from after?
Your Honor,
Wait. This is. I love you. You are. I want to bottle your chutzpah and sell it to the world. After he no longer has your car in November, you get more tickets and you end up getting booted in April of 2016. And your answer to me is he should pay those tickets too. Are you crazy?
Your Honor.
Oh, stop, please.
Your
All
Honor,
right, here's what's going to happen. The $650 you've already paid her. There's no contest about that. And she's clearly driving around with no problems after she no longer meets you because she has tickets in different locations.
No, Your Honor.
Yeah, you do.
Your Honor,
You do.
Your
You
Honor,
do.
the car
You
never
do.
was never
970
moved.
Decatur Street in Brooklyn
Yes.
in November, and in December it's 1665 Broadway.
It's
so
right around
you're
the-
driving the car,
No, I
and there's
didn't
nothing that's
drive
his
it.
fault,
I had to
and we're
push
done.
it.
And my verdict in this case is for the
Oh my
defendant.
gosh.
Thank you.
Wow.
So the defendant prevails. The plaintiff, Ms. Holdit's on her way out of the courtroom, and she is rather upset. She is bye-bye. So the defendant is now coming out. I think she's really, really angry. What do you think?
Well, I'm glad the case is over. I make all my proofs.
Yeah,
You know, she
yeah.
tried making money. I don't know from where.
You
but
did have that car for a long, long time,
no,
though,
no,
didn't you?
no. I did it for 2 months, but he got tickets after that. So,
Well-
you know, $5,000. I mean, that
Crazy,
car is only
yeah,
working $1,200. So,
It's one of those
I am
black
happy,
ones,
happy
right?
with the judgment.
Thank you very much. You must sign some documents. Harvey?
Now, when you try to gouge somebody for damages in court, what it does is it just totally messes up your credibility.